In this video, I'm going to take you through a Romanian deadlift without weight. I'll do another video on how to do it with weight. Okay, so I'm going to stand to the side. You want your feet this time hip width apart. I'll face forward for that, okay? So hip width apart, so it's not like a squat, okay? People mix up squats and deadlifts all the time. We want them hip width apart and facing forward this time. Now you're going to stick your bum back and imagine there's a little dot on the back wall behind you and you're trying to touch that dot, okay? So you're pushing your bum back, trying to find that dot on the back wall, trying to touch the bum on your back wall. Don't let your knees creep. You're going to bend your knees just to accommodate the movement, but you're not bending the knees too far because then you end up in this kind of butchered squat, okay? So knees pretty much stay in the same place, but we bend them a little bit to accommodate for the hip hinge, okay? This is a big hip hinge movement. Your spine's completely straight, so you might see, if you're in a mirror, you might see creases in your shirt, and then you're gonna stand back up, okay? So reach the bum back, keep that spine lovely and straight, find the stretch down the hamstrings, and then stand back up. You're not, this is one of the big mistakes people make, other than knees going forward, is bending down further, which is bending through their spine, what's called spinal flexion. You don't want to overextend the spine, which some of us, like me, can't do. Okay, if you're super bendy, you might be able to do it, and you might have to try and work towards a more neutral spine. But you also don't want to just keep going through the movement. It's not a competition to see who can get to the floor. It's about hip flexion, okay? So it's a big hip hinge. So we're hinging at the hip without the spine moving, okay? So this is no longer increasing my range of motion through the deadlift. This is just going into spinal flexion, okay? So lovely straight back, find the stretch down the hamstrings, and final little thing, also make sure those knees are going over the fourth toe. Don't let them fall in. Even though this isn't quite like a squat, it doesn't require quite as much hip stability, we still don't want those knees falling in. We want to keep them pressed out just slightly. In the next video, I'll talk about how to add weight. That's a Romanian deadlift.